Welcome to Planet MicroCap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me today is Reza Soltanzadeh. He is the founder and CEO of Borealis Foods. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is BRLS on NASDAQ. Reza, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me, Robert. Fine, all good. Thanks.
Very good. All right. Well, this is our first time doing an interview together about Borealis Foods. So can you start us off with that quick overview and history of the company?
Absolutely. Yeah. So as you know, we are we're a food technology company. Our focus is amino acids, and that's our specialty, the science of bioavailability of amino acids. And what we have been working on sort of for years is how to bring truly nutritious food, especially in the area of sort of protein and complete proteins, to food and make it affordable, and affordability being a key.
Very good. So give us a little more in terms of, background, where did this idea come from? What about your technology is unique and different, maybe compared to some of your peers out there that are trying to accomplish similar goals?
Sure, sure. Yeah. So I'm a doctor by training, and I used to sort of after medical school, I worked in the little villages of India, and to me, malnutrition, was a big deal, and just stayed with me, and to me, sort of affordable, nutritious food, has been an obsession, I would say, for many, many years. I've been involved in food and mass production of food, to get sort of pricing right, for over 15, 17 years now. With food technology, and as the evolution of this food science took a turn over the past 7 or 8 years, especially in the field of protein, that was quite exciting to me. And we founded Borealis Foods because we thought that with that, instead of having a science-centric model where fascinating science, but at a wrong price point where truly impact wouldn't be felt for maybe many decades to come, we thought of sort of developing meals, that were, sort of truly affordable. And when we say affordable, we didn't mean by Western standards, we mean by global standard. Could we get a meal, to have complete protein and sort of sufficient amount of it in one serving? So we worked on dough and dough technologies. We developed the first high protein dough in the world at over 20 grams of complete protein, with all the essential amino acids that are bioavailable. And that's the specialty of Borealis Foods. And so with that, we could do many verticals, obviously, so noodles, pasta, pizza dough, snacks and things of that sort. We decided to do noodles first. And so we developed the first high protein noodle in the world. So Chef brand of ramen noodles has 20 grams of complete protein. And the game changer is sold at Walmart at $1.68. It's a game changer. Below $2, getting 20 grams of complete protein, we think is a game changer. And I think as we expand, and we built a huge manufacturing infrastructure in South Carolina for this to get the price point right, So, I mean, having a large infrastructure allows you to sort of get the price point right.
Absolutely. And my next question, I'm sure you get this all the time. What makes your protein enhanced dough not GMO?
Yeah, so essentially all the ingredients that we use are non-GMO, right? And so what we are essentially doing is we are using different ingredients in grains and legumes to actually make this happen. And the art and the science behind it is, how do you bring different ingredients to source the right amino acids and in the right combination, and is the process, and how you sort of, people who make dough, they know this very well, that making dough is quite difficult, especially when you start playing around with it and sort of fortifying it and things. And we were naive to think that we could do it initially, and it took us years, and it took us quite a bit of investment to sort of understand it. We had biochemists involved in this, and once we were able to sort of manipulate the dough, and that was a breakthrough for us. And so so today, having a non-GMO organic ramen noodles, sort of out in the market, we're now available everywhere, and people are loving it. And I think that's the unique part of it. It's sort of getting it right, getting not only the science, the taste, and the price, and all of it combined.
Absolutely. So another follow-up here, because look, I'm kind of going, I've always kind of been a health food nut myself. I'm in California, like I can't help
Yeah,
myself.
what do you do, huh?
You know, like when I do noodles, I do sweet potato noodles. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so I'm curious as to where the drive for this, or I guess the demand for this, for dough specifically, for protein enhanced dough. Like, why here? Why not something else within our food infrastructure or food tech that is also in demand?
So, I mean, there are different sort of companies and groups who are trying to get to this nutritious food from different sort of angles. There are different products that are coming to market. We know the bar market. There are people who are developing these high protein bars, high protein snacks, high protein burgers, and many of these tough products. We chose noodles, one price point. I think the price point for us to deal with malnutrition, where it's actually malnutrition. So we are trying to deal. So sustainability, we are sustainable because the nature of the product is sustainable. But our goal initially wasn't sustainability. It just happened because our product is sustainable. But our goal was truly malnutrition. And obesity caused by malnutrition is a big deal in our country. I mean, sort of having people young adults consuming carbs and sort of saturated fat, and therefore having early onset diabetes and things. These are concerns to me as a doctor. They're concerns to me, just as a person. And so what we have developed is a meal that has this lean protein with sort of no saturated fat in it, and with the right calories. And I think that getting a noodle at less than $2 without having to change the experience for the consumer, it matters. I mean, we don't have to truly sell the product to the consumer as in, hey, this is something new and you should try it. And there's no convincing. As long as it tastes good, people just buy it because for the consumer, this is just ramen noodles. But what they are actually having is a superfood.
Absolutely. All right, so let's get to the business itself. I mean, company's founded in 2019, relatively new to the public markets, right? Didn't you guys just go public?
Just 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. So
for context, we're recording this on Friday, March 8th. So yeah,
yeah. Okay.
this might be your first time talking to anybody in financial
Anyone?
media.
Yeah.
So just went public 3 weeks ago. But this isn't like a startup. I mean, according to your investor presentation, 106 million meals produced, 600 million. Yeah, the 600 million meal production capacity per year. So 30.6 million was that trailing 12 months revs?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, this isn't a startup, new ideas. So, I mean, tell us a little bit more about the business, exactly, specifically what you're selling and all the different verticals.
Yeah. So when we started this, and once we developed the science of this, it was crucial for us to build infrastructure because we thought of contract manufacturing wasn't the right thing for us. I mean, the IP and what it took to actually do this, that infrastructure didn't exist anywhere in the world for us to do it. So we built from scratch. So we built a sort of a large scale factory to actually do this. And today we built a factory that's got a capacity of about 600 million meals a year. We're going to expand to about 1 billion meals a year. Why that is important is because with size, you get pricing. And that price point and being positioned correctly, because when you go to gatekeepers, as they're called, essentially retailers. I mean, Walmart and Sam's Club and all the large retailers, you can be all technology as much as you like, but you have to be the right price point for them to allow you to be on the shelves. So hence we built such a big, sort of large infrastructure. Our plans right now are, the expansion would be over the next 2 years, rapid geographic expansion. So we're going to try and sort of be, so we're available coast to coast. We are currently, other than of course the retailers, we're available also sort of on all the e-commerce platforms like Amazon and others. But the plan is to expand sort of rapidly in the US and Canada as we are, and we've just started Europe. There's a lot of demand for our products sort of globally. So our goal is to ramp up quickly next 2 years and then gradually get into snacks and so have our technology truly be available in meal format, in snack format, and other things like that. So that is the plan.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So another question I have is regarding IP. I mean, look, when you're in the food tech space, you're experimenting with different formulations, what works, then you go to market, you want to make sure it's protected, because what's going to stop somebody else coming in and saying,
that's right,
oh, our food tech has
Yeah.
4 more amino acids than yours. So
Yeah.
how is your technology protected?
Our sort of formulation and process is patent protected, sort of patent pending, as they call it. The legal world calls it. So the IP is protected, and there are many different pathways to getting nutritious food. We believe that the path that we have chosen and meals that we have developed from price point perspective will be a solution to global food security, and that's our difference. Because again, this was the basis of how the company was founded, to be able to be sort of affordable, by even humanitarian food foundations. We work with Feeding America, sort of nationally. So when we say price point, when we say affordability, we actually mean it. So I believe that over the next 10 years, there will be many different sort of technologies that will bring nutritious food to the market. But I think ours is quite unique, because what we've been able to achieve with having sort of bioavailable amino acids to be affordable, I think that's quite unique.
Very cool. All right. Well, Reza, you've answered a lot of questions here today. I got one more for you before I let you go. From what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now, or inflection points or goals that you're looking to achieve for the rest of 2024?
What we're hoping is sort of to have the attribute awareness, so to have the market be aware of who we are and what we're trying to do. And so that's from a branding perspective, and have a brand. As you probably know, Gordon Ramsay is a partner, and sort of so we're in this together, and he's an inspiration for what we do. And so he's been instrumental in getting this out, and sort of making it happen, the way it is. So there's a brand perspective, and then there is the aspect of being able to be truly a partner to humanitarian food programs, primarily in US, but then eventually globally, and it matters to us. That's the reason why we founded the company. We would like our technology to be a solution, to malnutrition across the country.
Very good. Well, with that, Reza, where can our audience go and find more information on Borealis Foods?
On our website, sort of BorealisFoods.com, or on Instagram. They can find our sort of products on Instagram, Chef Food, Ramen, and others. Yeah, they can just Google it, they'll find it.
Sounds good. Well, Reza, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. I look forward to our next update.
Thank you, Robert. All righty.